to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.
Let's see. Hey, Luke, how fast can you get to the IMC? I need somebody to work the cameras. You can do both. All right, this will only be 30 minutes. 30 minutes? All right. That was a deal breaker. All right. Hello? All right, bye.
Everybody's watching the game?
Everybody's watching it, apparently. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. What is... Hello? Okay. Or do not disturb. Thank you for your patience.
Of course.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Awesome. If you want to keep it close to the edge of the desk, then yeah, because sometimes it has a tough time picking up. But welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. My name's Q Steezy, and today's new wave is Harper Hollis from 251 Live.
How's it going? Appreciate you having me.
It's so great to have you, man. Explain how you got into that business.
Well, I used to be a promoter out in Jackson Hole, Wyoming for about 10 years, and then moved to Nashville. Of course, good live music scene there.
Yeah.
Loved it, and I did not do it there because there's plenty of people doing it.
Right.
And so, but then my wife's from Mobile. We moved down here. Been here about 3 years. But right when we moved down here, I realized that there was not one spot for everybody's live music.
And that was only 3 years ago.
Only 3 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
And so it was 2025. So I believe like any newspaper magazine, they stopped doing, like Lanyap stopped doing the whole calendar they used to do.
Right.
But so I just realized there was nowhere for everybody to go for everyone's live music, and figured, hey, just want to help spread the word because there's lots of good live music here.
Have you always been an entrepreneur?
I think so. I mean, this is just a passion project. I mean,
I see.
I've got a full-time job.
Okay, gotcha.
But on the weekends, I'll try to.
How much time does it typically take?
It's kind of plug and play. Like I said, I've set the website up so it's so user-friendly to where any venue that wants to post their show or any artist or band that wants to post their show can go on there, log in, and put their show up. And I'll approve the first one and set them up on auto approval pretty much from there on out. So
let's see, 251 Live.
.com. Yep.
Nice, man. When did you open the website at first?
I think 3 years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty much not long after we moved here. And so the logo that I used, so my business in Wyoming was called 307 Live. And so 307 was the area code for the entire state of Wyoming. They had one area code.
That sounds like Wyoming. Let's see. I guess it's slow because it's getting mirrored up there. And so these are, I saw like on Instagram you post like your set list.
Yeah, so if you'll go to, and I'll do that typically on Thursday or Friday or something like that, but if you scroll back up and go to see all events up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, see all events right there.
Pull that up for me, Jamie. Let's see, then what's...
Right there, in the middle.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha.
So that button right there, if you're wondering what's going on Monday night in Mobile, whether it's Brickyard, Callahan's, Sanger, the Civic Center. I guess Civic Center's not open right now, but Bone and Barrel, Fairhope. If you're in the 251, the goal is to have everybody's shows going on.
That's how far 251 reaches? Is
the whole area code.
Wow.
So,
when did you start 251 Live exactly? 3 years ago?
Yeah. And so, just been plugging away at it, and
And so these are the places that you're going to be at?
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I wish I could go to more shows than I do. But no, this is just shows that either I found or someone's plugged in or
Oh, wow.
the venues have plugged in.
So people enter their event.
Yeah, so you go right there and add an event. You know,
Right.
you'd have to go in
Yeah.
and create a profile. But say like Brickyard has a profile, and all they have to go in is plug in their information on the show, and
Dang,
if there's
man,
tickets, ticket link.
So when you were starting this, was it like? I imagine it was really positive feedback from these independent groups that like, man, there's a kind of a contractor website.
It is. It was. They're real excited about it, but getting started is tough. Getting the word out just because they don't. I'm new to town. I'm not from Mobile.
Right.
You know, and who's this guy? But and some of the places,
cool,
some of the
man.
smaller places, are short staffed, and they're working as hard as they can, and they don't have necessarily. I don't know if they don't have the time to do it, but it's been a little difficult getting all the venues on board of plugging in their own shows.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, it's free to the venue, it's free to the bands, it's free for the user to go in, and so I do my best to try to find all the shows and plug them in.
Right.
It can be time consuming. Like I said, I got a little 4-year-old and a 2-year-old and a full-time job, so.
It sounds like a great, like you said, passion project
Yeah.
to just pursue on the weekends or whenever you find time. I forget what you answered with to how much time it actually takes each week.
I'd probably say 5 or 6 hours.
Gotcha.
And so I try to dedicate, like you said, on Thursdays or Fridays, I'll plug in that set list,
Right.
and that's just a snapshot of some of the shows going on the weekend.
Right.
That's not necessarily my taste, or it's just kind of can be random.
Right.
But definitely want to spread the love out to different venues and just let people know. You know, I run into so many people that will say, "Oh, I didn't realize so and so was in town."
Right.
Well, check out the website.
Absolutely. What are the differences between 251 Live and 307 Live?
Big difference is 307 Live. I was booking shows out there. I was finding bands, bringing them to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I was paying the band. I was collecting tickets. I was doing the marketing.
Right.
And so it was all my money doing it all. And it's a gamble. If no one shows up, you lose money. The band still gets paid, but as the promoter, you could be out of some money. And
Gosh, man, what does that feel like?
it hurts.
Yeah,
It hurts,
imagine,
and to really promote a show and believe in a show, and folks not show up and support it, and then it hurts your wallet too.
Right.
So, but there were definitely more good shows than bad shows, and so I thoroughly enjoyed it. Love doing it. Love getting to know all the artists that I've worked with, and then I made some great relationships. And
You mentioned that you booked Jason Isbell twice.
I did book him twice. First time was right after he was with Drive By Truckers and still drinking. I mean, they put a liter of Jack Daniels on stage and
Oh
finish
man,
it.
that's vintage.
and he was a butthole.
Really?
Yeah. That when he was drinking,
Right.
he thought the venue was a 275 cap room, and he thought it was too small for him, and it didn't sell out. But he was still upset about the size of the place and the size of the stage.
Wow.
The next time we booked him, he was sober, and he had just come out with the album Southeastern.
Greatest
And
ever.
That's probably one of my favorites, if not
It's
my
the
favorite.
greatest album ever.
And I want to say that album came out 2 days before he played,
2013.
and everyone was singing along to every song
Really?
already. And he couldn't have been more humble and appreciative of playing that room. Just night and day difference.
And it was the same room.
Same exact room. Just
Wow.
a different person.
And different drink.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Wow, man, that's really cool. And also Tyler Childers recently.
Yeah, saw Tyler Childers.
Childers, gotcha.
Yeah, I was just there in New Orleans on Thursday.
Right.
So I'm there. Good buddy of mine that I booked several times. His name's Andy Frasco. He's in the UN. I tour managed for him for a little while.
Right.
And so we stay in touch. But went over to New Orleans this weekend. Hogs for the Cause. Was on a team and saw Zach Top and Charlie Crockett and just a bunch of other bands. It was great.
Nice. What's how'd you get into the New Orleans scene?
I went to LSU.
Okay.
From North Louisiana originally, but going to LSU and
I was gonna say you don't sound like you're from Wyoming.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And they say I don't sound like I'm from Louisiana, so I don't know really where I fit in. But so no, I went to LSU, grew up in Monroe, and spent about 10 years in Jackson Hole, and then Nashville, and now here.
Man, well, what's been the best spot?
I mean, Jackson Hole's beautiful. It's a
Right.
beautiful place, very unique. But being here with the family, like I said, 4-year-old girl goes to school right around the corner.
Yeah.
2-year-old boy, same thing, and having my in-laws here, family is
Right.
Is really great. It's really nice.
I've grown to really love Mobile as well, man.
It's a special place.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets enough credit for how great it is.
Yeah.
And so, if you love the outdoors and love live music, those are my passions.
Right.
And there's plenty of it here.
And it's just that it's like a small town feel with great connections.
Very much so.
Yeah. You mind moving the mic just a little bit closer? Yeah, that's terrific, man. Have you thought about somehow breaking through with 251 Live and expanding from all nearby states and then just making somehow a website that covers all the Gulf Coast?
I would love to figure that out. I don't have the time or the energy to truly do it, but I do believe there's opportunity out there. When people travel, they like to look and see what's going on.
Right.
And I remember trying so hard when I lived in Jackson to do whenever you search live music in Jackson, my website or my social media pop up first. But I'm just not that technologically savvy these days to figure it out. But anytime you go somewhere, I mean, if the domain name livemusic.com was available,
right,
which is not, I believe House of Blues has it.
Really?
Yeah. But no, it'd be really neat to do something like that though.
Dang! Shout out House of Blues.
I know they got it in early.
Nicely done. Livemusic.com.
I know.
Yeah, that's funny. I guess I'm just now realizing like how significant being one of the first people to access the internet, how much of an upper hand you have at that point.
Yeah, exactly. I was surprised.
You're just planting flags on.
Yeah. I was surprised when 251 Live and 251 Live Music was available.
Right.
So I just went ahead and snag both of them.
Nice. Oh, so you've got two websites.
Same exact website. They both go. They'll just interlink.
Nice.
So it doesn't matter which one you type in; it'll go to the same place.
Interesting. Never heard of that.
Yeah.
So is it just you on your team then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, man,
Yeah.
you're covering a lot of ground.
And so, like I said, I don't go to all those shows
Right.
by any means. But
Do people also send you videos from the shows?
yeah, I'll get some pictures and videos
Nice.
every now and then. Friends
Nice.
and family will send me stuff, and so I'll try to give them photo credit. They'll definitely call me out if I don't. So,
Yeah. Have you heard of the Mobile Music blog?
oh yeah. Wait, Mobile Music. Blog.
It's only recently started. It's my friend that.
Okay, I was gonna say I know of Mobtown Music.
Right.
Obviously Land Night Music. I don't know the blog though. Check it out.
Yeah, it's she's just doing it for a senior seminar.
Okay.
For Spring Hill this semester, and I told her that you'd be stopping by, and she's got her chapter meeting right now. But if she has some time, then.
Hey, I'd love to work with her.
And yeah, I mean, her supplying pictures to you,
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said,
she goes to Brickyard I don't know how often, but she's been posting artists from Brickyard all
hey,
the time.
that'd be perfect. The shows there don't start till 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I'm in bed.
The kids need to go to bed. Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. No, I'll get you guys connected. I saw your wife writes children's books.
she's an artist.
Yeah.
And so she loves artwork, and she got together with one of my best friends' wives. We were in New Orleans visiting
Right.
over there, and our friend said, I've got this little tune I want to write a book to. And my wife was like, I'll illustrate it. She's never done one before. This is the first one. And so it just came out about a week ago.
That's fun, man.
Just got some press from out of some New Orleans today. Actually, the first website or newspaper article.
Yeah, and I mean, it works great that you've got a platform.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of her. Very, very
Yeah.
proud of her for what she's doing. And
Nice.
if I can help spread the word, I'd love to.
Absolutely. What are other promotion strategies that go behind like any type of book, but specifically a children's book?
You know, it's funny. We all got a lot going on, and the day the book came out, we actually forgot. My wife was working. She's a nurse. Yeah, it's like she's an artist, but she's a full-time nurse, and
That's crazy.
But we just got little side hustles here and there, and
Nursing is like one of the most busy jobs, I feel like.
Yep. And so she was working that day and didn't even look at her phone. She saw she had 100 missed texts or phone calls of people congratulating her on the book and everything.
That's great, man.
And so I was just trying to blast out friends and family and let them know the book was out and how to get it. And so there's a publisher, but I don't think they do much in helping promote it.
Yeah, I'm sure they have their hands full with
Yeah.
everybody else coming through. But yeah, that's terrific, man. Do you think that people nowadays are busier than people maybe 20 years ago before the internet and before you had just so many opportunities?
That's a good question. I don't know if they're busier. I think everybody's always been busy with stuff. Everyone's always had kids. Everyone's always had, everyone's always been going to school or whatever they're doing at the time in their life. But
I just feel like stimulation is at an all-time high nowadays.
Yeah. I hate to sound like the old guy, but back when I went to LSU, I mean, we used to look for it. We'd buy physical tickets, go to the stand in line, get tickets, and go and watch the full shows. And you didn't have to worry about phones in front of you. We didn't even have those yet. We had the flip phones.
Had to rely on stories.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. I just feel like, everybody's just so busy nowadays. I just hear it so often, oh man, I'm so busy. It's like, are we not bored anymore,
Yeah. It's okay to be bored.
Right.
Nothing wrong with being bored.
Yeah. You do think it helps your creativity when you're bored?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite places in the world is the deer stand. And it's just sitting there in the woods in the quiet. And
Oh man.
I see a deer, I do. If I don't, I don't. But it's mighty peaceful.
Facts. Do you design the posters yourself?
So for the set list, I got some help from a friend, and she did the basic poster, and now all I can do, I can go in there and copy and paste everything.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's just a template.
It's on Canva, and I'm the
Talk
least
about a good website.
Yeah, but I'm the least savvy when it comes to it. So thankfully, it's just go in there and change the name.
Right.
But again, I make mistakes. I messed up just last week.
Yeah.
Jenna McClellan was playing at the garage. I knew she was playing at the garage, and I was zipping through it, and I put Jenna McClellan in, the date, and then I forgot to change the venue. So it showed that she was playing in Fairhope.
Oh, no.
Or something like that. And I was like, golly.
And did you realize before or after?
After I posted it. And I was on the road in New Orleans, and she mentioned something about it, and so I could edit it. But
Brutal.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure it happens. Are there any other stories? I mean, I'm sure there are, just of like either from going to events, from booking events in Wyoming. I'm sure there are some stories.
I'm gonna say I don't know why it just popped in my head, but Afro Man.
Afro Man?
He's coming to town this week. Go and play the Merry Widow, and I hate I'm gonna miss it. I'm going out of town, but I booked him several times in Wyoming. I could text him right now, and I hate that I'm missing him because I still keep up with him. But he puts on a heck of a show, and he's so entertaining.
What time is he performing?
I would guess 9 or 10 at Merry Widow.
This weekend?
Yeah, this Thursday.
God, 9 or 10 on Thursday. Okay, gotcha.
And so
yeah, I'll be there.
He was always entertaining on stage.
How much do the tickets go for?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say somewhere between 20 and 30.
Okay, gotcha. Goodness.
But them and Nappy Roots is always fun. Mobile's got some amazing live music, a lot of local talent from here.
Yeah.
And I talked to a guy running for mayor the other day, and I told him one thing I don't think the city is doing currently. I think they should be really stressing the fact that they've got a band in Reckless Strays that is about as big as you can be in country music right now.
Literally, like the next Elvis.
You're right.
Like
I mean, they are. And
modern day.
They're selling out the Wharf, two or three nights at the Wharf coming up before July. I believe the next venue after that they'll play. Like probably the Superdome will be the next closest venue to Mobile.
Goodness gracious.
But they're just blowing up. And
what do you think that
Mobile
is?
should be pumping that.
Yeah.
And be proud of them, which they are. We are.
Right.
But it's really cool to have a band like that.
Why do you think they're like? What makes them so distinct? Do you think?
Just the songs that they write are incredible.
Yeah.
All the originals are incredible. Obviously, Brandon and his vocals.
Yeah.
But every band member in the drummer, just all of them, Drew, the songwriter, and
Right.
the guitar.
Do you think Brandon's going for that Elvis approach?
I don't know.
I do think
He's a mix. He's got a little bit of that, but
Yeah.
I think he's definitely.
The last "why" that he says in "Wondering Why," is "Wonder Why." It's just so Elvis.
It is cool.
Yeah. He's got the slick back.
And so, my neighbors, I live in Jackson Heights area, and my neighbors 2 door downs, they Reckless Straits played their wedding 6 years ago.
So, oh my god.
Just not too long ago.
That's like investing in Apple.
Yeah, exactly. I saw them play at Callahan's right when I moved here. They opened up for Vincent Neil Emerson, and I believe that's who it was. But they were an opener. And,
Wow, so it really took them about 4 years to gain traction.
But they've been playing for a long time around town.
Wow, man. At least 4 years then,
yeah.
if the wedding was 6 years ago. Wow, man.
And so
It's funny how long it takes in
it's
music.
cool to watch it. It's cool to watch them blow up, though.
Right.
And so
Who are some other guys that maybe you think are going to be up there soon?
I think Red and the Revelers are great. They've got a very unique sound, and they're fun.
Yeah.
Meredith Hicks has got an incredible voice.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch her.
We'll get her on here.
Yeah. I mentioned Jenna McClellan.
Yeah.
She's got some pipes.
Yeah.
And so there's just so many of them. So
Is New Balance your favorite shoe? Kicking up.
I guess as of 4 years ago, when my daughter was born,
Yeah.
New Balance is
Why is that?
it's the official dad shoe. You gotta
That's
have
funny.
a pair for the yard and a pair for church, and
Right. It gets the job done in all facets.
exactly.
Balanced lifestyle. But yeah, what's was there anything story worthy of booking venues in Wyoming?
The cool thing I loved about it was the bands wanted to be there. It's Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and it's just the most gorgeous background in the world.
Right.
Right there at the base of the Teton Mountains. And so
Wow.
I would get them.
Are you ever going to go back?
We go back. We're going to try to go back every summer if
Nice.
we can.
Nice.
We've still got lots of friends there. And
Sorry, one more question. What brought you there initially?
just to get out of Louisiana for a summer.
And you just chose Wyoming?
I had one friend's brother that lived there, and we went and slept on his pull-out couch all summer long.
No
and
way.
Went to the Wendy's, and,
What'd
and absolutely loved it.
what'd your family think about that?
I said, as long as you make enough money to come back to get back to LSU and go back.
How old were you?
I was freshman year of college. So,
No way.
and then I came back, went to school, went back. I did every summer through college. I went back and forth, and
Wow. But because you're from the Baton Rouge, North
yeah.
Louisiana, so basically you're always home during the school year?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so every summer,
You had to get away.
I go for 3 months,
Yeah.
90 days out to Wyoming, and then when I graduated in 2008, it was a little recession time, and so it wasn't the best time to find a job.
Right.
Like, well, I got a job. I was bartending by that time, and went back to bartend out there,
Wow.
and then kind of saw some guys promoting, and figured, hey, I can do that.
While you were bartending,
Yeah.
Interesting.
And at the time out there was just like a lot of country and bluegrass. That's
Yeah.
all there was. I like both of those.
Right.
But that was what played at every bar every night. And so we figured, let's bring something different in. And the first band we booked was a Metallica tribute band, and
That's cool.
it sold out. And then
That's cool.
the next band was Nappy Roots and hip hop group, and so we just wanted to bring diversity to town.
Yeah.
and we did that, and it was so the thing that made Wyoming cool was we couldn't offer as much money as a big city like Denver
Right.
or Boise, Idaho, or somewhere that was close. But I could offer to take them whitewater rafting or take them fly fishing or hiking.
Give
whatever
them something new. Yeah.
Give them something to do on their day off. Or so there were multiple bands that we took whitewater rafting, fishing on my boat. I did some
Gosh,
rafting.
man. Well, what are some funny stories from that?
Robert O'Keen's band hitting the cold white water, screaming like little girls. You know, they're like 60-year-old men that were just. That was funny. A
Slow it
band's
down.
drummer jumped in the water and couldn't swim, and I ended up having to save him. And so it was just like,
You got to play tomorrow.
yeah, exactly. What are you doing? What are you? But it was fun. It was just always a lot of fun. Most of them we would booze cruise, and so they just act up and
That's
have a good
awesome.
time.
That's great, man.
So.
Yeah, man. That's all the questions I've got. Where do you see yourself at in your, I guess, promotional career?
I'm enjoying where I'm at right now. Like not on the actual promoter side. Like I'm going to help spread the word. And
Just right.
Any show there is. So yeah, I guess I am promoting, but I'm not
In a different way.
my money. My money's not on the line on these shows. I'm not.
Absolutely.
I'm not booking them.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of good people doing it in town. And so if I can support them anyway, I mean,
Right.
I'm there for them, and that website is just a resource for them.
So you aren't making much. It isn't about the income now.
Definitely not about the income.
Yeah.
There's zero income. I'm losing money every month for the website. But it's I love live music, and I think everyone deserves to know where to find live music. And
Right.
Mobile is booming, and if any young professionals considering moving here,
Yeah.
and thinks there's nothing going on, well, show them the website.
Absolutely.
There's plenty going on nightlife wise,
Right.
and so
Where do you see the Mobile music scene shifting in the future?
I'm not sure.
You've kind of got a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
With
It seems to be doing well. It seems to be flourishing, but it can always change. But I could see it just flourishing. Brickyard, they got a lot going on there, and Sanger's doing great. Once the new Civics, I mean, that's where Red Clay Stray is going to play, is when the new
Right.
Civic Center opens up. I'm going to call that. They'll be breaking that place in,
the Civic Center.
the new one.
How soon do you think they'll be
I
there?
think that's not for another couple of years.
Ah,
I don't know when they break ground on it, but I know that it's demolished.
but you think so in the revival of the
predicting
Civic
it.
Center,
Yeah,
the Red Clay Strays will be the
I'm predicting that.
Kickstarter. All right, cool. Well, you heard it here first. And then what's in the future plans then with?
Just help spread the word.
Yeah.
That's the more people we get on there, I really want to spread the word of the venues and
Yeah.
the promoters, the bars, and I want to help them get people in their bars.
Absolutely.
I want to help them. I want to help those bands get eyes and ears on those bands.
Yeah.
And so, I'm just a resource for them.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to post. Like I said, social media has been really great, and it's been catching on a little bit more recently. So.
Yeah. When you pass through Mississippi, are there any spots that you think you might tap into before New Orleans?
I don't know. I was trying to think of the name of the venue.
I've heard Mississippi music isn't quite as established yet.
There's the Blue Canoe in Tupelo, Mississippi is a wonderful venue. They have got they remind me a lot of Callahan's, where they get a lot of folks up and coming.
Yeah.
Before they've hit, like Alabama Shakes, Ryan Bingham,
Wow.
Tyler Childers. They've all played there.
Isbell's got a song called Tupelo.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. Yep, I think he's played there.
Yeah.
Gary Clark Jr. played there, and so that's one of my favorite places in Mississippi.
Well, cool. Well, cool. Oh, do they ever submit any entries on the website?
No, so Mississippi wouldn't be 251. So
Okay, fair.
so, but it includes Mobile, Daphne, Fairhope, Spanish Fort,
Right.
all the way up to the Florida line. So
Yeah.
if you're in the 251 area code,
Yeah.
just here to help spread the word.
Absolutely, man. Well, guys, you heard it here first. If you're interested in free promotion and a fast way to get your audience to know where you're performing, the 251 Live music website is the best resource.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Harper.
Yeah, appreciate you. Enjoyed it.
And go check out Afro Man on Thursday. I'll be
There
there.
you go.
Merry Widow.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.